Hey, well, welcome everyone. My name's John Barton. I'm the Vice President of Sales for Engage Global. Tonight is a very special night. We get to hear from a gentleman who is world-renowned in the industry. And before we get a chance to hear from this gentleman who has more letters behind his name and accreditations than most people have in their entire name, I want to introduce up a gentleman that's become a really good mentor for me in my own personal life, but also in the business world. So many of you've had a chance to know him for far superior than myself. You've got a chance to break bread with him and sit across the table, go on crazy adventures with him, have some highs and lows of a great journey that's laid the foundation and the bedrock of Engage Global. He's the CEO and founder of our company. He graduated from the Wharton Business School. I did a quick little research on him, and it turns out that I believe you have a minor degree in Chinese as well. Maybe that was misrepresented in the
Oh,
article. Um,
Chinese and philosophy, John.
yeah, Chinese and philosophy. So the gentleman's brilliant. He went on to pursue a career in a lot of different avenues, but eventually made his way into venture capitalism and struck it big and was very, very successful. I won't go into all of his story, but his passion and his philosophy of spreading goodness really resonated with the man that we're all here to learn from in just a moment. But if you could just do me a huge favor, if you get a chance in the chat, to just welcome our CEO and founder. If your camera's on, if you could just do even a golf clap, please help me welcome up our CEO and founder, Mr. Dave Nemelka.
Thank you, John, and thank you everybody who's here tonight. I want to welcome you to a very special evening. Every month, Dr. Prasad and I host a product training and a product expansive discussion around a specific product. And this month, we have a very exciting announcement. And we also are going to celebrate that announcement with a refresher course, a refresher moment on the product that we're about to celebrate. And the product we're going to celebrate tonight is the Kids Gummy. As you know, Dr. Prasad is prolific in not only writing his papers and his research on all of our products and so much more about human health and micronutrition, but he also has had great success in getting these special formulations patented. And so tonight we announced that the Kids Gummy has been awarded a patent, and there is a specific patent number that has been given to it. And we all can celebrate the patent office acknowledging and recognizing how unique our Micro Daily Kids Gummies are as the world's most nutritious gummy for children. And so, Dr. Prasad, are you ready to talk with our affiliates and visitors and customers about the Kids Gummy?
Yes, I'm totally ready. I'm totally ready. And with your introduction and aim and ambition and reaching the health of the people and improving them. So I fully join you and our team to accomplish that goal.
Well, Dr. Prasad, once again, you've done it. We celebrated most recently the college in being awarded a patent, and now we're celebrating the Micro Daily Kids formulation. And I know that we've got a long queue of additional products that you and I are working with our patent lawyer and the patent offices and getting patents. So I'm pretty confident this will not be our last patent, but this is the one we're going to celebrate today. And we really haven't had an in-depth discussion about Micro Daily Kids formula really for quite a while since we launched the product, I think. Is that right?
That's true. That's very true.
Let's help people catch the vision of how not only does Micro Daily bring health and goodness to the adult world, but Micro Daily Kids formulation is bringing health and goodness to the kids world and also adults. And we'll talk a little bit about that. So when we talked about the Kids Gummy, I remember several years ago, we talked about the challenge. And as we've been traveling the country, as we've been meeting with you, our customers and affiliates, as we have been looking at just the continual decline in the health of our nation, it's become clear that there's a massive challenge for the next generation. And in this fast-paced world where fast food pretty much is replacing nutritious meals, and kids are having a hard time finding a balanced diet with the nutrients they need, kids have just been an underserved audience for health and goodness. In fact, Dr. Prasad, I remember when we talked about the challenge with children, we looked at the children's vitamin category, and
Yes.
if I remember right, you pretty much said you couldn't find a kid's vitamin that you would consider to be healthy and effective. Is that right?
That's correct.
I remember, I think we looked at every vitamin we could find, obviously Flintstones and all those others just packed with sugar, short on the vitamin, and
Yes.
really more like a candy.
Yeah, exactly.
So as we talk, and this is the thing I love about you, Dr. Prasad, is your collaboration, your openness to expanding your horizons and bringing that expansion and that knowledge and that expertise to the benefit of humanity. We talked about how there's some specific nutritional gaps for children, and that a strategic approach, a CQF approach, bringing the right combination, quantity, and form of nutrients, micronutrients to children, could really help get them a head start and a boost as their bodies are growing. And so we talked about bringing our children a well-rounded micronutrient product, but then we also knew it had to be good. We knew that it had to taste good. And so, Dr. Prasad, as we talked about a holistic approach to the supplement, I remember you saying, you know, Dave, the Micro Daily is an adult product and it can help kids, but we can fine tune Micro Daily and provide a perfect balance of vitamins and micronutrients like A, C, D, the B vitamins, the zincs, selenium and chromium, and then your special sauces with the N-acetylcysteine, the alpha lipoic acid, the beta carotene. And then you also wanted to bring just the best of the best, like we've done with the Micro Daily MF. You included the resveratrol, the curcumin, and the quercetin in this. So, Dr. Prasad, are you comfortable saying Micro Daily Gummies for Kids is as sophisticated, as strategic and effective a micronutrient product or supplement available to kids today?
Yes, I will say, because I did a lot of research on various programs that is commercially available for kids, and I didn't find anything even close to what we have. And that's the reason we got patent.
You know, I remember as we're talking about the Micro Daily for Kids, you brought up your granddaughter multiple times. And I think you were very motivated to create a product that you knew your granddaughter could take, as well as all the kids. Why don't you share with people the level of love and concern you have for kids today in getting the nutrients that they need to fully develop and be healthy adults?
Yeah, and of course, healthy adult can make a contribution to our nation, to our society, much better way than if you are a deficiency and you're mentally and physically are not fully developed. And so it is our duty, actually, it is our duty to, as a parent or grandparent, to provide the kids the best nutrient they can have in order to grow mentally, physically, as well as immune function, so that they don't get too much infection while they are going to a school. And if they are feeling better, then they can interact with the fellow high school kids or their parents or grandparents. But if they are not feeling good, their interaction with these people will be very poor. So it is a parents and grandparent duty, really, because kid doesn't know the difference, to provide the best nutrient they can. And we have developed best nutrient that anybody can develop. And as you know, it is patented now. That tells you that this is also the best. Nobody has that.
Creating a gummy, there's some ingredients in here that the gummy manufacturer we work with said couldn't work in a gummy. You remember some ingredients like selenium and others are like, oh, it just won't work because we have to heat the gummy up and it won't hold together. They also talked about in manufacturing of the gummy that certain ingredients are going to taste terrible. And so we challenged them, and what they did is they figured out a way to get the temperature right to allow Dr. Prasad's formulation to work in the gummies.
Yeah.
And because of that, because of the way we manufacture it, because of the ingredients that were in it, all of these things were taken into consideration by the patent office, because Engage and our manufacturer, we are the first ones to bring this technology, this capability of getting the temperatures right, getting the gummy consistency right, and combining them with a broad spectrum of micronutrients to provide these optimal health benefits. So at Engage, our values are to be real, and one of the letters of real is E, and that stands for excellence. What we can tell you is it took us, I think it was well over a year to get the gummy to where we could even make the gummy once we had Dr. Prasad's formulation. So this unparalleled excellence and quality in manufacturing, in formulation, it once again, not only do we have the patent protecting us, but just the uniqueness in how we make it is something that people cannot duplicate. So this is a special product, and the patent once again acknowledges that for us. Well, Dr. Prasad, now I want to get a little bit into the science. So we've talked about that 30,000 foot level, talked a little bit about the history of why the gummy came to be. You know, we had so many people asking for a kids product, asking if they could use Micro Daily for kids. We had such great results with kids who were taking the Micro Daily. And Dr. Prasad knew that we could do something that was more custom designed for children. And so that's what we did. And so Dr. Prasad is the world's leading micronutrient expert, the most published micronutrient expert. I think it's fair to say, Dr. Prasad, you have more patents now as a micronutrient expert than anyone else. The accolades continue on, and the science continues to validate and serve us well. So let's talk a little bit about the science for the gummy.
Yeah,
So,
before I talk to, I just wanted to tell you that my granddaughter faithfully takes the gummy twice, in the morning and in the evening before dinner or during dinner. And, you know, in a school, she has not got sick very much all these years that she has been there since she is taking it. And although her colleagues get sick and infection, you know, this kind of stuff. So I think, you know, and it is going to be more children eats, the better it would be. And when they are adult, they can make a more productive member of the society than otherwise. So here is the thing.
well, Dr. Prasad, why don't we give you a minute to brag about your granddaughter, Indigo, or your granddaughter a little bit here. Why don't you tell them how she's doing in school? So not only is she healthy, but if I understand right, she's looking to follow a little bit in your footsteps, and that she's like a top of her class student. Is this true?
Is it true? She has she's a straight A student. Not only that, but she also guides, you know, the people. Some people have a trouble, then she will help them. And she has taken all advanced course in a senior year, math, science, history, and because the teacher asked her to take advanced course, and everything. When I see the report is just phenomenal. Not in a writing, you know, not only the grade, but her behavior, her interaction with her colleagues, and how she helped other people, you know, in the class. So I'm very proud of her. And well, here is so I think she's going to do very well. And I'm sure that she's, because of good health, she has made this kind of performance in the school.
Well, and Dr. Prasad, I know you wish the same good fortune on every single engaged customer and affiliate. And I know that that's the intentions of your heart. So let's talk about these external factors that are inducing stress in children.
Yes. And these are, for example, consuming diet deficient in micronutrients, such as fast food that David mentioned, consuming excess of fat. You can see that children are getting much more obese than before. Exposure to polluted air and water. And because when they breathe these things, they generate increased oxidative stress. Adverse home environment, domestic violence, drug, family breakdown, poor economy, All these things affect children, get stressed. Schoolwork, they're worried about grade, relationship with friend, fear, bullying, and lack of self-confidence. They all contribute to childhood adversity. That's what we call all these factors that I mentioned creates or contributes to the childhood adversity, means they are in a not a good environmental situation.
And it's interesting. I can't tell you how many people that we've met that when their kids are taking the micro daily, they talk about how their kids are more focused,
Yes,
clear-minded, better energy, they act up less.
yes,
Just the immensity of the testimonials we get in terms of the benefits that people are experiencing with their children are really inspiring. And so these issues, every children faces them, and the question is, are we doing the best we can to help them, right?
exactly. That's exactly. And you know, one example, there are many examples, and my granddaughter is another example for that.
All right, so childhood adversity induces internal stressors, and this is where the science gets, you know, they talk about one of the things that causes us to live a shorter life and a less healthy life is stress.
Stress,
And-
exactly.
And
And-
these contribute to oxidative stress in our body. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, an oxidative stress is simply the production of excessive amount of free radicals that your body cannot handle it. Then we call it oxidative stress. Certain amount of free radical your body can handle, but if it is excessive, like in case of childhood adversity, there is extensive increase in production of free radicals. Also, obesity, as you mentioned, that if you take a lot of fatty food and then children get obese, and obesity also increases oxidative stress in your body. And increased oxidative causes mental health problems such as anxiety and depression. That's why many kids cannot perform if they are anxious or depressive state, that they don't do it well. And it is all related to increased oxidative stress. And increased oxidative stress causes inflammation that further aggravates your conditions, and they can impair immune function. This is very important because if your immune function is impaired, then you become more susceptible to infection, and then you have to go to the doctor. You stay away from school and give to other children. So it is very important to remember. So to avoid child adversity, that means you have to modify your diet, and we mentioned earlier.
So oxidative stress is the enemy and micro daily is the remedy.
Exactly.
Let's talk about micronutrient deficiencies in kids. I mean, there's specific nutrients that kids are deficient in on mass levels. Let's talk about that.
Yeah. For example, children's need high amounts of micronutrient for physical, mental development, as well as healthy immune function. They need it. However, even deficiency of one micronutrient can interfere with their physical, mental, and immune function development. It is very interesting statistic. 61% of US children have insufficiency of vitamin D3. And it has been established that about I don't see, I forgot what percentage have established deficiency of vitamin D.
It's 9%, Dr. Prasad.
How much?
9% have a
9% have established deficiency of vitamin D3. 7% of US children have vitamin C deficiency. Vitamin C is present in orange juice and any sour fruits. And 16 million children have a risk of developing vitamin A insufficiency. That's amazing in the US.
Well, we know kids aren't eating right. We know that they're having a hard time getting their diets right.
Yes.
And so micro daily for kids can help fill that gap.
So the question is how to educate their parent and grandparent, which is good for you because poor children don't have access to. It is understanding of the parent and grandparent, and that is our job.
Well, that's our job. And, Dr. So I just want people to catch a little vision for you and I's vision. Our vision is to bring health and goodness to the world.
Yes,
And that's why we're called Engage Global. Right now, we're in the US and Canada, and our gummies are available there. But if you talk about just worldwide, 56% of preschool children have at least one micronutrient deficiency.
exactly.
99 million preschool children of the Southeast, 98 million in Africa, 88 million in Asia and Pacific have a deficiency of micronutrients. Over 50% of children worldwide have a micro deficiency.
You can imagine how they can, when they grow up, how they can become a productive member of the society.
Well, Dr. Prasad, you are from India. My mother's an immigrant
Yes.
from Germany. We have many people here who are connected to many places in the world. I think of our Caribbean community and affiliates helping us take our products to the world. Engage has an opportunity, and you have an opportunity to impact people throughout the world. The place we always have to start is at our own home. So hopefully people are going to catch the vision that we can make a difference in the world by starting by making a difference in our own homes.
Exactly.
And that's what the Micro Daily for Kids is about. And that's what us as grandparents, parents, friends, neighbors have an opportunity to share with people. And we want to bring health and goodness to everyone. And specifically at the core of my heart is children.
Children, yeah, me too. Me too.
Dr. Prasad, you talked about these deficiencies, and we've talked about the impacts. We'll just give some more specifics here. Why don't you talk about the specific impacts on different parts of the body that these deficiencies can lead to?
Okay. Well, deficiency, for example, physical development. Physical developments, you have muscles, bone, overall structure. So if you don't have a right kind of nutrition, your physical, mental, and above all, immune function is not going to develop properly. And if they are not properly developed, you won't feel good. You can't perform. Even if you get a job, you won't be performing well in your job, and therefore you can't prosper at it. You can't become healthy. If you don't have you don't have a healthy mind. If you don't have a healthy body, most important thing is that interfere with the mental development. And if mentally they are not developed, how you are going to function in this society in a most productive way? And therefore, it is so important. You can see that if you have a deficiency, it interferes with the physical, mental, and immune system growth. Vitamin A deficiency impairs vision and leads to night blindness. I tell you one story how vitamin A discovered here. The Roman soldier in early days used to get night blindness, and they didn't know why. So they used to cross border to Egypt, and they used to get a liver extract, and that night blindness will be cured. Why? Later on, we found the liver was the highest source of vitamin A. And subsequently, much later, we discovered that vitamin A's deficiency causes night blindness. In many developing countries, Africa, in some parts of India also, they have these issues still exist. Vitamin D deficiency causes poor bone formation and mineralization of bones that leads to disease called rickets. Brittle, bone becomes brittle. Zinc deficiency is very important. Zinc is very important for your immune function. It is one of the contributor, not the only one, but one of the contributor of your immune system. And zinc deficiency causes a poor immune function. Just one, zinc deficiency. During digestion of food, this is also extremely important for overall future health. During digestion of food, mutagens, which is a chemical that damage gene activity, and carcinogen, means cancer-causing agents, are formed more in meat eaters than in vegetarian, but still they form. These chemicals could lead to adverse health consequences later in life because they will be absorbed. Deficiency of antioxidant could enhance the level of these toxic chemical formation in your gut during the digestion process. So It is terrible. Deficiency can lead to what lead can lead to. You can see that, and these are all well documented in scientific literature.
You know, Dr. Prasad, I know that as I travel, like I just had the good fortune of being in North Carolina with numerous of our affiliates, some doctors who are part of the engaged community, customers, prospective customers, just had a fantastic experience there. And every time I have the chance to meet with our customers and our affiliates and our doctors, I'm inspired by the power of your products. The number of testimonials I hear for both adults and children
Yes.
absolutely inspires me. I know one of your favorite things is to hear the testimonies of how your products have changed people's lives, right?
And do you know, I want to mention that, you know, for Gummy, the best representative is Journey. You know,
Yes.
Journey, little girl, see when she talks on the microphone and she takes, Dr. Prasad, I'm taking Gummy every day.
Dr. Prasad, you've got a lot of fans out there, and it's because you're changing lives. And I just, when I see and understand how impactful poor diet is on
Yes.
humanity,
Yes.
and how your micronutrients can help bridge the gap between bad diets. And you know,
Yes.
it's interesting. I've got a very good friend of mine. She's extremely healthy, but she's in her early 50s. She's struggled with several health issues that have, as she's gotten older, just have formed, even as healthy as she is. And she is taking these micro daily and the probiotics, and to see her level of appreciation and enthusiasm for your products. I mean, it's just, how many times do we get to hear every day of this? And so I'm hoping you as our affiliates and you even as our customers catch the vision of the opportunity of sharing better health with others. It really, really is a joy to see people experience better health.
See, another very important thing is external factor like diet or environment. No matter how much lecture we give, modify your diet, they are still going to take it. So what is the best way? You can try to use best diet as much as you can, but at least have this micronutrient. So at least you don't have to worry about deficiency and have a serious health consequences while you are growing up. So this is very important. So as you know that we have been talking about diet changes to prevent diabetes, to prevent this, but in the incidence of those diseases increasing. Why? Because human behaviors are very difficult to change. But
well, the other reason why, Dr. Prasad, is because only if, several thousand of Americans are taking micro daily every day. Several thousand kids are taking it.
So that's
so it's like we have a country of hundreds of millions that are taking our products. And so with our products, I would if we had the mass of America taking these products, I would expect these things to be less, the health issues to be less, not more. What do you think?
Yes, of course, this is very unique. Here is the uniqueness of formulation that Gummy we have developed for children. Gummy is like micro daily, except doses are small. Children between age 5 and 12, they are very effective and safe. Gummy has dietary and body-made antioxidant. Gummy has resveratrol, like David mentioned, curcumin, quercetin, and green tea extract, which participate.
And that's decaffeinated green tea.
Yeah, decaffeinated. And I should have written there, which participate in reducing oxidative stress as well as reduce inflammation, while also improving the immune function. So all these things are so important that you don't have to worry about. You can try to, as I said, you try to take diet as best as you can, but nobody follows that. But at least it is simple. Adoption of diet is difficult, but adoption of micronutrient like Gummy or micro daily EMF is very easy. You don't have to worry about, what kind of food I'm taking and this kind of stuff. Gummy differs from commercial gummy in the following respect. And as I said, I did a lot of research on all the product. Commercial gummy has no body-made antioxidants like the glutathione, coenzyme Q10, or N-acetylcysteine is synthetic one, but it is very important for increasing glutathione level in your body. They don't have it. And mineral selenium. And sometimes they have a selenium, but selenium oxide. Selenium oxide is not absorbed, so that you are waste. Selenium, and we have selenomethionine, which is organic form, and this is the body form body uses selenium, and selenium is extremely important for increasing glutathione level. It had, the commercial product has no curcumin, no resveratrol, no quercetin, which are very important for children health. It has only one form of vitamin E acetate. It is some good, but not the optimal. And as you know, we have two forms of vitamin E. It has doses of micronutrient at suboptimal level. This is very important. Not even RDA level they have. It is so suboptimal. And it recommends dose schedule once a day. We recommend twice a day, as you know, for the reason that we have discussed many times.
Well, Dr. Prasad, those are some pretty significant differences. I think the big one that, as we looked at it, was the suboptimal levels of micronutrients, and then missing so many important nutrients and minerals.
Exactly.
So
you can't expect any good results.
Micro Daily for Kids stands alone at the top of the mountain of greatness and excellence for children. We're confident in that, and the patent office has confirmed that for us just recently. So once again, Dr. Prasad, my level of respect and appreciation for you is immense, and the opportunity we have to help children with this product is it's an exciting opportunity.
It's a very good opportunity, and David, I want to emphasize, without you, this should not have happened. It is you have made a lead, not only that, but we share the same mission, same goal. But again, I don't have any experience, but it is because of you we have grown this far, and it is because of you we will grow in future very, very high level.
Well, thank you, Dr. Prasad. I consider this to be like a yin and a yang,
Yeah.
Without the one, we can't have the other. And then I would even say without our affiliates, you and I wouldn't have this. So our affiliates are genuinely the yin.
Of course,
our yang, for sure.
Our team, not only the engaged family. Without engaged family, we can't grow.
Nope. This is
no matter how much you and I try, this is not possible.
No, as we talked about today, the only way that we're going to share this product with the world is with our affiliates and these unique products. So,
and as I have said that, anytime any affiliate have a 10, 15 new customer, I'm available to talk to them directly. Short Zoom call, half an hour, I'm there for them anytime they want to grow.
And Dr. Prasad, I think of that. I think of a man who's as busy as you are and who's 89 years old. And I think of the numerous calls and the amount of time you are willing to support and spend with our affiliates. I hope all of you heard that. And that is, if you can put a group of 10 to 20 prospective customers and affiliates together, Dr. Prasad is more than happy to help educate them and to help you convert them to be a customer or a member of the Engage affiliate family. And I would say the same for myself. I mean, we stand ready right now Engage is a nice sized company, but we have a vision of us being a great sized company. So we're willing to do whatever you are willing to do. We're willing to meet you where you're at. Just like when I was in North Carolina, I welcome the opportunity to travel the world to meet with any of you and help bring health and goodness to this world. And let's talk about Let's talk about why consuming a gummy is essential for children's health. We've talked about it, but let's just drive this point home, Dr. Prasad.
Yes.
Why does children need a gummy?
Yeah, gummy would provide sufficient micronutrient for your all physical, mental, and immune function growth. This is very important. You require nothing else. Gummy would provide a sufficient micronutrient to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, causing decreased stress, depression, and anxiety, improve immune function, reduce formation of toxic chemical during the process of digestion. These gummy-induced changes may lead to better performance in the school, better interaction with the family and friends, and better health. And this is very important. Gummy would provide a sufficient micronutrient for your all physical, mental, and immune function growth. This is very important. You require nothing else. Gummy would provide a sufficient micronutrient to reduce oxidative stress and inflammation, causing decreased stress, depression, and anxiety, improve immune function, reduce formation of toxic chemical during the process of digestion. These gummy-induced changes may lead to better performance in the school, better interaction with the family and also improve self-confidence. Self-confidence is very important.
Okay, Dr. Prasad, I think you and I both know the product's going to work for people. I know people who are taking or experiencing that. I just want to remind people what makes your formulations so special. And this is really what you've brought to every product in the world.
Yes.
You've talked about the right combination, which means having the full spectrum, where we looked at so many products that just have a few pieces of the spectrum.
Exactly.
Talked about the right quantity, where so many kids' products have a vitamin in them or an antioxidant or micronutrient, but it's at such small levels so they can keep the price low. So they keep the price at $15 or $20 is because they don't have what you need. So you need the right quantity. And then we talked about the right form. We talked about different forms of vitamin E. We talked about selenium. And you talk about how they need the right form. You know, Dr. Prasad, this is where you were cutting edge. A lot of the science in vitamins and micronutrients, they were studying just singular ingredients.
Yes.
And you are the one who has been shouting from the mountaintop. It's not about a single ingredient standalone. It's about the combination of these ingredients, right?
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
Dr. Prasad has brought the CQF philosophy to the kids' gummies, and the benefits of that, as we've talked about, is comprehensive nutrition. It's going to help fill in the gaps that children experience. It's going to enhance their immune function, which is critical to all of us, especially children who are in schools interacting with a lot of kids who are sick. It's going to help them with their cognitive support. It's going to help their brains develop healthy, give them mental clarity, help them focus. It's going to help support them in terms of giving their mind and their brains a chance to develop as they should. Well, I think, Dr. Prasad, they talk about how a person's brain isn't even fully developed till they're in the mid-20s.
Yes, exactly. It is growing up till fully developed is mid-20, yeah.
So Micro Daily for Kids will help that. And then protection. This Micro Daily for Kids is the same as our EMF, and we're
for environment.
Micro Daily EMF. It's going to help them where we swim. Basically, we're swimming in an ocean of EMF radiation. It will help them while their bodies are very, very susceptible to
sensitive. Yeah, and you can't take away their cell phone. It is not possible.
No, we live in a world like that. Now, I want everybody to keep in mind, Micro Daily Gummies has 120 in a bottle. It's a big bottle with a lot of gummies. And so a daily dose would be 4 gummies, 2 in the morning and 2 at night.
Yes.
And so we give you enough that your kids can get enough. And that's why there's 120 gummies. These bottles of gummies are loaded. If your children are younger, you might do 2 gummies a day. But certainly for children 5 in that 5 to 12 age range, 4 a day is okay.
Yes.
And also on the bottle, we describe the dosage that you would want to have for each child based on age. So also, I want to just talk about Micro Daily. It says made for the kind in all of us. So there's a bit of a play on words there. And that is the kind in all of us is that we share the product with our children and our grandchildren. That's the kind in us. But also there's a play in there, and it's made for the kid in all of us too. So Micro Daily is not just a hit with the kids. So what I do, Dr. Prasad, and I know many others do, is I use the gummy as a supplement through the day. So like if I feel like I need a little energy, if I'm feeling a little depleted, I'll take 2 or 3 gummies during the course of the day. And I know there's a significant number of our adult Micro Daily consumers that are supplementing with the kids' gummies. What do you think about that idea?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, because in a noontime, suppose if you take in the morning, noontime, I do exactly same, David, like you do. It tastes good. And I said 2 of them. And you know, I have energy, just keep going. Yes. So I think, you know, in a noontime, you know, so because evening we take our regular dose. So in the evening, it is fun and it tastes good. So I take a couple of them, and this is okay.
I know also for some people who struggle with swallowing a capsule, they'll typically take the Micro Daily Hydro EMF or the Hydro.
Yeah.
but also they can use the gummies as an additional form for getting their micro daily each day. Is that correct, Dr. Prasad?
No, I think, for adult, micro daily gummy cannot be substitute for micro daily EMF for adult, because the dosage, no matter how much increased, is not a linear fashion.
Okay.
So I think, but taking a, say, if you are traveling or do something, taking a 3 or 4, this is okay, in addition to your regular dose of adult dose of EMF.
So
And
what you're
but I
saying
would
is the
not.
micro daily for kids is something that you can supplement with a regular dose of the micro
That's
daily.
right,
Okay.
right. But it is not a
It does
substitute.
not replace the micro daily.
No.
Perfect. Okay, well, Dr. Prasad, should we give everybody the good news?
Yes.
We're going to offer
Oh.
Micro Daily Kids buy 2 get 1 free. So that's a $66 savings
Wow.
for Micro Daily, and we're going to do buy 2 get 1 free. So a lot of people talk about being on a budget. A lot of people want to get the product for kids, and they want to get it as least expensive as possible. So we're going to give you a chance to do that. We're going to celebrate Micro Daily getting its patent. We're going to celebrate everybody who's come on this call tonight. And we have a flash sale that's beginning right now, and it's going to run for 24 hours until tomorrow. Now, there's no limit. People can stock up on the gummy as much as they want. However, I was just informed, if you can believe it, you know how John was talking about there's these storms that are crossing the Midwest. Well, we have a little storm that hit Engage, and our back office right now is not functioning properly. So if you can't get the product ordered to the back office or on the website, just call the office tomorrow, and Sadie's going to take care of you. And we'll get you your Micro Daily Kids Gummies one way or another. I wish that every day technology worked perfectly. I wish that every day we didn't have storms and thunderstorms and bad weather. However, occasionally in life that happens, and sometimes the timing is not ideal. So we're going to be resilient. As you know, at Engage, our values are to be real, which is resilient, striving with excellence, authenticity, and love. And so the authenticity is the back office is struggling right now. We expect and hope it'll be working tomorrow, but if not, you can call customer service. Dr. Prasad, what do you think about getting people Micro Daily Kids Gummies and celebrating the patent and saving some money?
That's fantastic. I mean, I think, people can have that and just try it. And if you feel great about it, I'm sure you will order again.
Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Thank you, Dr. Prasad, for once again being an example of excellence. And thank you for your example of love and caring for everyone. I want to remind you all this: buy 2 get 1 free. As a company, we're not sending out a blast email. We're not out there promoting the buy 2 get 1 free promotion. This is a benefit that we're giving to each of you who have attended tonight. And our objective and our goal in making this a flash sale and also announcing it and sharing it with you is we want to, number one, reward you for coming to the call. So you've got firsthand information of the special opportunity, but also we want you to remember your customers and remember your teammates who are not here, and reach out to them. And number one, remind them why gummies are so important for their kids. Yeah. Number 2, share with them the information that we shared with you tonight. And number 3, invite them to participate in the buy 2 get 1 free, because you care about them, because you love them. At Engage, our values, once again, are about being real. And we believe that being real means engaging and loving people. And that means that we spend time to connect with them. The reason that I chose direct sales to do as the vehicle, as the way to bring Dr. Prasad's products to the world, was not because I thought it was a way to get rich. The reason that I chose direct sales was because I knew and I believe that the most powerful force for good in this world is human connection. Yep. And I believed that with Dr. Prasad's products, the integrity of them, the efficacy of them, I believe that if we shared with you a financial opportunity to share with them, that we could bring health and goodness in your life, both with the products and financially, but also create a connection with other people in a bond of caring that could not be broken. I look at it as a way of loving our fellow human beings. I look at it as a way of being excellent as a business. I look at it as a competitive advantage as a business. I look at it as a win-win-win business model. And so tonight, we're giving you the opportunity to show love to your affiliates and your customers and any prospects by sharing with them this flash sale moment and helping them save some money and helping them catch the vision and an understanding of our products. So just want to make sure you're all clear on that. We're going to do another product call next month. I'm super excited. It's another powerful month coming, and so stay tuned to the calendar. But in the meantime, make sure you take advantage of the gummy opportunity. And congratulations, Dr. Prasad. What is that? I think that's patent number 10. I think it is.
I don't know. I don't even
I think
count
it's
it.
patent number 10. Congratulations. God bless you all. Thank you. And onward with health and goodness for the world.
Okay.